Hi, today I'm making a video for my 4300 Critical Thinking and Communication Skills Management course by Dr. Ward at the University of Houston, Victoria. I've been asked 3 questions by my interviewer, Ms. Gentry, who works for Texas Greenware Company in Victoria, Texas. I have applied for the position of the general manager. First question that I've been asked by Ms. Gentry is, why should we hire you when we have applicants with more experience or better credentials? That's a great question, Ms. Gentry. I'll be more than happy to answer for you. Let me just say that from reading the job description for the general manager, I've been made aware that you're looking for a leader with a proven track record of success. You're looking for a leader who has the vision to lead his team members and help develop their abilities to increase production, increase efficiency, and maximize profits. I have this proven track record that was displayed and defined with my last employer, Weatherford International, in the Tubular Running Services Division in Corpus Christi, Texas. Under my direct leadership, we were able to attain the coveted President's Position Award, helping the company on the whole to increase their profit margin by 3% just in our division alone. That's quite a feat. We also, under my guidance, were able to cut the overhead by negotiating supplier contracts. And this led to 8 successful quarters of increased sales in the Eagle Ford Shale. In addition to that, under my management, we were able to cut the preventable accident rate from a high 16% down to the very minimal 2% in the Eagle Ford Shale. To sum this all up, Ms. Gentry, I have these specific leadership qualities that you're looking for Texas Greenware Company. And I can bring effective communication and leadership skills to your company in the general manager's position. The second question that I've been asked, how do you think that you can contribute to this company? Well, Ms. Gentry, thank you for that great question. I know I can contribute to effectively leading as general manager for the Texas Greenware Company. I can bring a fresh perspective to this position through the culmination of all my years of experience in transportation, business management, and compliance issues. I also have an education and background in legal studies and general business that will help. I also bring with me to Texas Greenware the training and experience of having become a well-polished and effective communicator through my years of attending Toastmasters International. I bring to me to Texas Greenware my promise to give 110% at all times in all my efforts and abilities to also seek what is best for the company. My third question, tell me about a time when you solved a difficult problem. Ms. Gentry, thank you for that great question also. One of the most difficult problems I've ever had to face in the professional world is when I was an intern working for Oak Tree Wealth Management. This company is a financial services company that's located in Corpus Christi, Texas. What they do is they plan retirement strategies for educators at the colleges and universities around the Gulf Coast, especially in Texas. During my brief time there, which was approximately 11 months, I worked directly with the Chief Operations Officer in the Operations Department. I was also assigned to work in the Insurance Management Department. I had worked there as an intern, and I had developed a trust with Chief Operations Officer and Chief Executive Officer to carry out audits. As part of these duties, I was given the fiduciary and ethical duty to the client's best interest above anyone's, above the company's, and most certainly above my own. And I had to make sure their interest, their best interest, was always maintained. Client confidentiality, and I had to make sure that whatever I was doing, it was for the utmost ethical concern of the customer. In this capacity, I was given the task of auditing quarterly fee files for a random group of customers. I noticed some irregularities in some of the paperwork that I was doing, specifically on the aggressive investors' return sheets. At the time, I didn't know it, but later on it was discovered and proven that one of the employees in the insurance management department had not calculated the investor profile sheets correctly. His mistakes were actually costing Oak Tree Wealth Management thousands and thousands of dollars every month. When I discovered this, I immediately went to my department head, and she reviewed these sheets, and she noticed of the mistake. She couldn't believe they hadn't caught it before. Well, immediately she went to the chief operations officer and talked to her. And at the end of the day, two things were done. All the clients were mailed out letters. And actually, I made a few of the phone calls myself personally to notify these clients of the mistake that was made. The chief operations officer and chief executive officer sat down and made the decision not to back bill the customer. They didn't want to ruin their reputation. And in business, your reputation means everything. I learned this from my many years of experience prior to this, working in other industries such as the transportation and compliance departments of trucking companies that I work for. But to sum it all up, I learned something very valuable on that day. I learned I was still able to complete my task, to keep my fiduciary and ethical responsibility to both my company and my clients. I didn't have to divulge any secrets. I didn't have to get anybody in trouble. I had to take that responsibility very, very seriously. And as your general manager for Texas Greenware Incorporated, I promise that at 100% of the time, I'll give that same amount of desire, dedication, and discipline to my fiduciary and ethical responsibility of running your company. Thank you, Ms. Gentry, for your time and let me answer these questions. And Dr. Ward, thank you for letting me make this video.